Let's start the session. Today we are going to discuss on the ClickView demo, like what exactly this ClickView tool, how existence of ClickView came into market, and why we are required to learn ClickView. So before going to all these details, let me introduce myself. I am Anand. I am having 12 plus of experience in software development and training plus. I have given training on different technologies and tools. Apart from working like I started my career with the .NET and then slowly, gradually gone towards the different BI tools like MSBI, ClickView, Tableau, and then Crystal Reports. So a lot of different technology explores I have done in the last 12 plus years of experience. And coming to all of the tools, I see in the ClickView has one of the richest and one of the easiest tool I can see, which has helped a lot to end users to explore the data. So why, before going all this history, let's understand what is the existence of BI tools basically. Where the ClickView is coming, we are telling ClickView as a BI tool. So what exactly BI tool means? BI tool means business intelligence, means what? Doing a business in intelligence manner. So doing a business in intelligence manner is nothing but whenever you want to do a business, you always look for the profits, or you always look for the your competitors, how exactly the competitors are doing. So how exactly your competitors are doing in the market, and how exactly your products are selling, or where we can focus more to grow the business. This type of question to answer, if you want to give, that means this type of question answers will help you to grow your business. Like, taking a simple scenario, you have gone to purchase a laptop in a store, in a shop, and you are ordered for, I want a laptop. So the first question he is going to ask, like, he have a lot of data available in his shop. Like, he have a Lenovo laptop, he has a HP laptop, he has a Acer laptop. So different laptops are available in the shop. So here, that means he have a lot of data. So when he have a lot of data about the different laptops, the next question what you are going to ask is, I want a Lenovo laptop. So what you are doing, you are asking for the Lenovo laptop. That means the end user, the shopkeeper, what he is doing, he is going to filter the laptop configurations, and he will give only that laptops which is a Lenovo. That is nothing but the data which is available in shop, and the data he is providing for you, it is going to be an information for you. Now you are only seeing a Lenovo details. Now what he has done, he has provided, suppose, two laptop configuration details, Lenovo 1 and Lenovo 2, two laptop configurations. So what you are doing basically, when you want to purchase any product, a basic tendency is, we compare the things, we try to analyze which product is good, what is the configuration, what are all the differences, how exactly this product is better than other product, what are the different services we are available with this laptop. So that's what the comparison we do. That means the same scenario in the IT industry also, and everywhere in the data area we implement. So whenever you want to do a business, what you want to do, first you want to collect the data. On top of data, you want to process the data so that it should be an information for you. Out of that data, what you want to do, you want to take out some decisions. Like in the example, he has taken the decision which laptop is good compared to these two laptops. For two laptops, it looks very good, we can manually check and all. What if there is a huge data available, and on top of that huge data, I want to take some decision. So basically, to take a decision, data is required. What is the conclusion is, data is helping us to take a decision. So what the importance of the data is, today in the world, everywhere we are collecting the data. Even when you go to office, we are swiping the cards. Even when you are going to any online any stores, we are going and we are giving our details, we are doing the purchases. The shopkeeper also, what they are doing in the supermarket, what they are doing, they are selling the products. While they are selling the products, they are not simply selling the products, they are maintaining the history of the sales. So why all these type of data collections are happening in the world? What is the reason behind that? The reason is very simple thing. To make an intelligent decision, we need a data. Based on data points only we can make a good decisions. Okay, so the importance of data we get to know. Now the second question comes, if the data is huge, can we manually simplify? Can we come to the conclusion very easily? No, we cannot come to the conclusion very easily with the manual. So what, there should be some systems which should help you to build your business in intelligence manner. That is, to make any decisions in intelligence manner, you need some tools, because when there is a huge data, you cannot make simply just viewing the data. So for that purpose, the different tools came into market. Those are called as business intelligence tools. What the business intelligence tools means? Doing a business in an intelligence manner, helping you to do a business in intelligence manner. How exactly intelligence manner means? Simply sitting at one corner of the world, you want to analyze how exactly my sales are going at US, at UK, overall sales, what is the per product sales, what is a category wise sales, country wise sales. When you want to answer such questions, we need to have a business intelligence tools. So let us understand. So business intelligence tool is nothing but to doing a business in intelligence manner, to take a quick decisions to grow our business, or helping such place we need a business model. So when it has came to ClickView, in the ClickView market, your question is coming to the ClickView. ClickView has gone back. ClickView has developed long time back, but the thing is, time to time evolution has happened, and let me go to here, the second slide. Found in 1993 in Sweden. Okay, and there are huge customers from the day by day. 1993 in the Sweden, it has found, when I am telling the innovation or the innovative idea has brought to by ClickTech company in 1993. Then when the tool has built at 1993, what is the reason it has not came into market till these days? Only from last couple of years only we are hearing the name ClickTech or ClickView. The reason is very simple thing. ClickView has came up with an idea that is called as in-memory tool. In-memory. What do you mean by in-memory basically? In-memory means loading the data into a RAM. Simple thing. Loading data into a RAM. Now, when you want to load a data into a RAM, obviously the question rises, I have huge data, how I can load a data in a RAM? First thing. Second thing is an expensive thing. In 1993, around that time, if you take, if 5 years or 10 years back also, if you take, what is going to happen is, the hard disk is very expensive. At the same time, RAM is again too much expensive. So the hardware configurations which were supporting for this idea was not built at 1993. The idea of in-memory has came in 1993 to this ClickTech company, but the hardware required for running this type of tools was not so ready, I can say, or it's not so in reachable cost. So there was not a reachable cost to implement this type of technology with the help of hardware at that time. Then whatever the generation has passed, whatever the decade has passed, after that, during this 2000 plus, at that time we started getting the hardware evolution, like 64-bit processor has came, which has helped tremendously to increase the RAM sizes and all. And slowly the cost of RAM has also got completely down, and that has helped to do a in-memory technology to bring into picture. So this is how exactly ClickTech has found in 1993. There are huge customers was adding gradually by year. There are 1400 global partners are available all over the world, and now the count has got huge increased. So in this way, this tool has started its evolution, and evolution of the hardware has helped this tool to enhance the lot of features. So that's the reason since last couple of years only this tool has exploring a lot in the market. And the simplicity of the tool is the end user need not to learn a lot of technical things. And for end user it is simple. At the same time, for the BI developers also it's very simple. coming to the prerequisite for learning this tool is, I can call, there is no technical background is required to learn this tool. If you have a basic idea about the SQL or any of the SQL language, maybe it is a SQL Server, Oracle, DBT, or any of the SQL databases, if you have a very basic idea like what is a table, what is how to retrieve a data from table. Even retrieving data also you need not to know. The only fundamental knowledge you required is, if you have an idea about the SQL, that is going to help. That's it. Prerequisite, you can start without knowing any different technologies. So the plus point of ClickView is, this is one of the strongest point. The developer who want to enter in the ClickView software, he need not to have any fundamental knowledge on the SQL or Oracle or something. The reason is, ClickView is helping you how to extract the data from different sources with the help of wizard. Here the wizard based queries and all you are writing, so you need not to depend upon any of the technology to have a prerequisite. So this is a plus point, and that's the reason this tool is getting popular. The competitive tools are in the market are like Oracle OBA is there, SAP is there, or MSB is there. These all are not implementing in-memory concept. That's the reason these tools are behind the ClickView. ClickView is taking a top position. Now, in-memory concept, whatever the in-memory concept I am telling, loading a data into RAM and utilizing that data, is it the only company which is implementing in-memory concept? No. There are many companies. One of the top 3 companies I can call are ClickView, Tableau, and Spotfire. Then why ClickView I am giving? Yeah, coming to that point. Why ClickView is giving a benefit over the Tableau or Spotfire? Spotfire is also one of the competitor. So why the Spotfire is going top of behind the ClickView, or Tableau is going behind the ClickView? Now let me explain. Before that going to it, let me explain the what is ETL and what is a visualization. That is ETL and reporting. Let us go with some scenario. Now let us imagine we have a company who is manufacturing products. Let us imagine there is a company which is having a so there is a company which is having manufacturing products, and they are selling at different locations, at US, at UK, and at Germany, at Canada. There are different places. Let's take US. In the US, they are storing the data in Oracle, and UK, they are doing the business at UK, and the application is storing the data in SQL Server. In Germany, they are storing the data in Excel, and in Canada, they are storing the data in CSV format, comma separated file, CSV or this format. Now, what is my business scenario is, I am doing a manufacturing in India at Hyderabad location. This is my India office. At head office is at Hyderabad. Now, what is my requirement is, I am manufacturing the products and I am sending to US, I am sending to UK, I am sending to Germany, I am sending to Canada. So these are the places where I am selling the products, and my requirement is, I want to analyze what is my sales at January month, or what is the sales at a particular product. When this type of question comes, what is the overall sales, or what is the sales in UK, or what is the sales in particular product, or what are the sales in the particular category, then how to answer these type of questions? To answer these questions, what I have to do, I have to get the data from Oracle, I have to get the data from SQL Server, I have to get the data from Excel, I have to get the data from CSV file. Once I get the data, how the data will come? The data will come in individual way. That means I have an end user. From the end user, the query should be like this, should be an Oracle query to get the data from US. To get the data from UK, you have to write SQL Server query, SQL Server related query. Then to get the data from Excel, I have to implement filters and all. To get the data from CSV, again I have to use some different technology technique. So what is happening is, to get any data, overview data, I am not getting. I need to extract the data from different sources. First point. Second point is, if I get the data also, suppose I am getting the data from US like $100 and from UK like $50. This is the sales I am getting, suppose. So as an end user, and I want the overall sales. That means I have to do manual interruption to add everything. So instead of this, this is a problem actually. I have to extract data from these all things and I have to aggregate also. Instead of that, we have came up with, so there is a problem. So our first requirement was getting a data from multiple sources and seeing the overall sales. But the problem is, if I want to get the data from multiple sources, I have to write a queries, different technologies, and I have to do aggregation manually. So to overcome this problem, we have came up with one solution, that is getting a data from multiple sources, getting a data from variety of sources, and loading into common database. What we are doing is we are loading the data into common database. So what is the benefit you are going to get out of here? Previously, the end user was hitting where he was hitting to individual database. Now he will not hit to individual database, he will hit to common database. So I am calling this place as common database, common database, common DB, and I will call this common DB as SQL Server or something. Okay. SQL Server. So what we are doing here is we are extracting a data from different variety of sources and loading into common database. So what is the benefit of this type of designing is, when the end user want to get the data, he will not hit individual databases, he will hit the common database. So he will simply write a SQL language query. So this is helping the end user. Simply instead of writing multiple queries, now he is writing only single query to get the data. First point. So first problem, whatever the problem was there, that the multiple technologies, that problem has got resolved now. Second solution is, what was the problem? The problem was I am getting the data from US sales, UK sales. That means I have to aggregate. Now no more that individual sales aggregation you have to do, because everything is available at a single location in the common database, SQL Server, US details, UK details, all. So you simply write the single query for the aggregation, it will give total sales. So the problem has got resolved. Whatever the previous problem is there, that problem we have resolved with bringing the common database in between end user and the variety of data sources. Now, so basically how I explain is the problem statement and how we can do the solution. So this is the problem of getting a data from variety of sources and how we are solved introducing a common database. So this is how we can solve the problem. Next, let's try to analyze, can we make enhance this solution more better? Like taken a scenario, we will take in a scenario, the problem in the current solution also I can show. The problem in the current scenario is, suppose US people, they are calling your head office name as HYDER, Hyder, but your head office's name is Hyderabad. That means they are not typing the data correctly, or they are representing data in different way. Okay. Same way for the UK, they are typing only HD shortcut. Germany people, they are typing only H as a head office name as H, and CSP people, they are also maintaining some different code like HYD they are writing Hyderabad. So in this way, the representation of the same city has done differently in different people or different locations or different source in different sources. Now same this type of data, if you load into common database, what is going to happen? Here the data will be collected like the same city field will store the values like HYDER, HD, D and HYD. So the inconsistent data is stored in common database. Now suppose my end user writes a query like simply fetch the sales for the head office Hyderabad. That means, do you see anywhere Hyderabad here? No. That means the query will not execute. Or maybe you can see somewhere someone is passing the correct name also, Hyderabad. Then you will see only the details, only the sales from this city, not from other city, because database will understand this all are different cities. Why the database will understand different cities? Because of spelling changes and all. That means a data is not uniformly represented in different sources. So how to do data corrections? To do a data corrections as per the business need, we have to introduce one more layer, and that layer we are introducing and we are calling that layer as transformation layer. Okay. What I'm doing, I'm introducing one more layer. here, and that layer I am calling as a transformation. So what the benefit of now transformation is, whenever the data we are extracting from different sources, in between we are doing a data corrections or data mappings, like HYD should call Hyderabad, HYDER should call as Hyderabad. So we are just doing the redesigning the solution. We have introduced a transformation. Now when I want to extract a data from common database before introducing the data into common database, what I'm doing, I'm loading the data from Oracle and I'm checking the spelling of the city Hyderabad. I want to correct it as a, how I want to correct is, I want to correct as HYDERABAD. When the data is coming from UK, I want to correct the data as, instead of HD should go to Hyderabad. It should map to Hyderabad. Same way for Germany and UK. So finally, all the data will map to Hyderabad. So when the data is loading into your common database, the data will be like Hyderabad. Now, what is the plus point of this is, now suppose end user want to write a query, select star from so and so, where my sales in a city Hyderabad, then everywhere the same city, so you will get overall sales. So when you write the query, what is the benefit? You are getting overall sales. So in this way, the common database has solved your problem, and the transformation layer has changing the data as per business needs. So what overall things we have learned just now is, what we have explored just now is, first step is extracting a data from extracting data from different sources. You are trying to read a data from different sources. Then what we are doing, this is our first step. First step, we are extracting data from multiple sources. Then second step is what? Doing a transformation, changing a data as per the business needs. And then third step is what? Loading a data into common place. Loading. So third step is loading. Now, extraction, transformation, and loading. If you take this overall picture, then you can see here, this is a ETL tool, right? Yeah, correct. So this is what the ETL tool is. Yeah, I am coming to that conclusion. So now if you see extraction, transformation, and loading, so this is the process. So this process, whole process, I am calling as ETL. ETL. Now, what is the benefit of ETL? You have got the data, you have transformed the data, you have loaded the data. Now, business end user cannot read the data. If you throw 1 million records on the screen, he cannot read. So we need some sort of reporting thing. So what we are calling reporting. Reporting will help you to visualize the data so that it is easy to see and all. So how we are going to implement now? Basically, we need a solution to improve the business. ETL and reporting. Reporting will help you, instead of end user to write the queries and get the data, he will see the reports in a visualized format, like charts, dashboards, or table data, or aggregate data, like this. So basically, to overall picture of our representation is ETL plus reporting. Now coming to the technologies. In the market, there are many technologies which are supporting ETL tools also, and which are supporting reporting tools also. Like ETL tools, Ab Initio is there, SSIS is there, or and what the different Informatica is there, Data Stage is there. These are the different ETL tools are there. Similarly, reporting also we have Cognos, Crystal Reports, SSRS, SAP side, BO is there. Lot many different tools are there. So how ClickView is standing uniquely? Okay, and what is the plus point of this tool, ClickView tool? Now let's understand. ClickView has come up with an idea that is called as, ClickView is giving both the functionalities. Now let me go to another screen. Now let's come to the ClickView. ClickView has came up with an idea. Why you are purchasing the tool, one for ETL and one for reporting from another and different vendors? Why can't you purchase the ClickView? The ClickView is providing you ETL activity plus reporting activity in a single tool. You need not to download multiple tools and all. A single tool by a single vendor is providing ETL and reporting. What is ETL? ETL is nothing but it's a data modeling. And reporting is nothing but doing a data visualization. So a ClickView tool is helping you to do ETL and reporting. So single tool, you are investing the money in the single tool where you can do a data modeling and reporting. So this is for the end user purpose. Now for the developer purpose. For the developer purpose, ClickView has divided this tool into two features. One is ClickView, this
Hello, this is Jayesh here. Which version we will be using? Hello. Hello, anybody can hear me?
yes.
Which
Hello?
version we are going to use? Yeah, hello.
ClickView 11.
11. Okay, which is currently in the market.
Yes, currently in the market.
Okay, and what about
Go ahead.
what about the practice and all? How to do practice?
See, for the practice purpose, we will have a personal edition. We can download that. The personal edition doesn't have any restriction. You can download. You can develop ClickView dashboards, end-to-end dashboards. There is no restriction. The only restriction you can see with the ClickView personal edition is whatever the solution you are going to build, that solution, if you want to share to your friend or to anyone, you cannot share it. The reason is ClickView has covered this tool in such a way that you can use end-to-end functionalities in a single PC. If you want to share this application to someone, it will not open.
Okay.
Okay? That is only the
Publishing it to the server is not possible.
It's not possible. Even on the another friend's machine also you cannot copy and paste also.
Okay, from another edition. Okay.
Not another edition. Like same version of the application, but if you share on another machine, it will tell that it has developed by some other machine. Because you are developed on using a personal edition, it will be. So personal edition have that.
Okay. So this ETL job has to be done by what is our roles and responsibilities?
See, extracting the data from multiple sources like the ETL things, whatever the basic ETL we will do. Some sort of data corrections or data mappings as per the business needs. That's what. And creating QBDs.
So what will be the team size in a ClickView, if we get a ClickView project?
So basically, the team sizes varies because here the development is faster. So around 5 members to 6 members or 7 members like this, and the admin will be a completely different team is going to take care. So you need not to worry on that part.
Okay, so what are the admin activities?
His activities is very simple thing. Whatever the dashboard you build, he will deploy onto server, and he will take care of the access things and all.
Okay, is it same like a traditional one that development, QA and production environment? We will develop
Yes.
it in development environment.
Yes, exactly same like our traditional. See,
Traditional
the
QA
way
tools.
the life cycle of the model will not change. The reason is every software will go with the same life cycle. Life cycle will not cut down, because if you want to make sure that your tool is secure or the tool is perfectly correct, then you have to follow that life cycle. We are not telling that we will cut down the life cycle span. We are telling that the development span is going to get decreased because of this tool. Because you are getting an exposure with the ETL, single model, a single architecture model is there. So you are developing in the same tool ETL things, in the same tool reporting things. The communication between the applications is going to happen very seamless. So and the visualization, if you, it's a very hi-fi visualization.
Okay. Can we integrate multiple data sources like cloud computing, Salesforce, Hadoop?
Every day, yes, we can do it. The reason behind that is this tool has given a feature like connectors. Whatever the you're telling SAP or Salesforce or any other data sources, every data source they come up with an idea called as data connectors. Okay, they will create a data connectors. We simply need to use the data connectors to connect the data, and after that connecting data, it's not like something huge steps and all. It's a simple installation will be there. Once you install that DLL on your machine, that's it. You will start exploring like in any normal database.
So are we covering how to install it?
We are going to cover like how to connect with SQL Server.
No, how to install this ClickView software personal edition.
Yeah, definitely. Our first session will be on how to install the software. How to install,
Okay.
once you install the software, we will start learning the lessons. Then our lessons plan will be. Let me go to the plan. The lessons plan, if you see here, will be our course has basically divided into two things. Like I was explaining, I was in middle of that, right? So I was explaining ClickView has two things: ETL and reporting. ETL is data modeling, and reporting is data visualization, right? So yeah, just a minute. So here our course has divided into two things: developer course and designer course. ClickView complete our training plan has divided into two things: ClickView developer and ClickView designer. ClickView developer will do all the ETL activities. So here you can see ClickView architecture, ClickView folder, ClickView data source files, how to create, how to load the data from data sources, different data sources. What is a mapping? These are the different transformations: mapping, cross tables, different type of loads. Incremental load means what? So these are all the ETL activities. And then second phase is the designer activity. Designer means what? How to visualize the data. We have prepared the data very clean manner as per business needs. After that, to end user, I cannot give directly data 1 million because I cannot throw on his face, right? So what I have to do, I have to present the data in a so professional manner so that within a single glance he can understand. Like so that's the reason we say like a right data to right time to right people. Because the right data we have to give to the right time to the right person. If you are generating dashboard and this dashboard, suppose you are giving to everyone and it is a financially secure data, so can you give this data to everyone? We cannot give, right? So right data should go to right people and right time also. Like you are asking for me last week sales and I am giving the report after 2 weeks, suppose. Does it make any sense? So giving a right data to right people at right time, that's what the skill of. Yeah, you can ask the question now.
Yeah, suppose if we have one report to be given to the business users requirement, So how much time it will take to in ClickView?
See, I can call nearly 50 to 70% time you are cutting down at least for the visualization.
Okay.
The reason is the biggest thing is today the world is not expecting you to develop a report and take a 1 month time, and by the 1 month time if you are generating a report for last month sales or with a competitor how exactly my market is going on, and by the time you generate a report and time has gone out and you are delivering a report and the report not delivered on right time, what is the use of such reports? That's the reason fast report development is the ClickView is providing. So yeah, so that I will show the live demo also if you want.
Yeah.
That will help you a lot to understand. So
Yes,
let's take
correct,
in a
correct.
scenario. Yeah. So let's take in a scenario. Let us take. Vinay, you want to ask something? You can ask
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
After that, we will go to demo.
yeah. I mean, what is the major difference between ClickView and ClickSense?
Bit slow, but anyone who has understand this question, can you repeat it?
Can you hear me? Yeah.
Bit so slow, guys.
Yeah.
Yashwant, are you able to hear that one?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear now.
Yeah, I just wanted to know what is the major difference between ClickView and ClickSense.
See, ClickView and ClickSense is a new tool. It's a web-based. It's coming completely. Lot of different things are coming, but still the ClickSense has not hit into market, or no one is trying to take that currently. The reason is very simple. It's a baby tool. It started
Okay,
just now. Like in 1993, this tool has got an innovative idea, but when it has hit to market now since last 2 3 years only we are hearing more name, right? ClickView everywhere. The reason is very simple. This tool has started evolving. Now ClickTech company has came up with the idea, why don't we build one more tool which is again more functionalities, but it's not a stable tool. Don't plan for the ClickSense, right?
okay, yes. So any other BI tools measure like Tableau?
Okay. See, as I said, traditional BI to traditional. Let us instead of going randomly, let's do one example, and then I will go to those points. Okay.
Sure.
So let us create a ClickView project. How to create a ClickView project?
Question.
Simply go to yes.
Yeah, after this, how many hours will take to complete this?
It's maximum 20 to 25 hours.
25 hours. So all these will be a scenario-based questions.
Oh, you're right, correct. It's a completely, you are going to see the, you are going to get the exposure of whatever do in the projects. It's
Okay,
not
because
like,
I will be searching a job based on this.
yeah, obviously. If you see in the market today, a
How
lot of jobs are there in the ClickView.
how much experience can I show after completing this course?
2 years experience you can project yourself.
How much? 2 years.
2 years. The reason is, don't show more than 2 years, because
Okay.
many people started from last 3 to 4 years, but the thing is last 2 years most of companies done only POC, not a project.
Not a project.
POC
Okay.
means what? What do you mean by POC? Proof of concept.
Yeah.
Whenever the technology launches, the people like me, my duty is only to explore the tool, find out what we can do, what we cannot do, can we bid for this project or not, how exactly in-depth exposures we will do basically. What this tool is like, what's the benefit of like I said, I commented on the ClickSense. In the same way, we have to comment on other tools. If I'm bidding a project, which is good, what is the basically fundamental, how much team size is required, how much efforts are required, where if client is asking for 1 month, do I need to go for SSRS, or do I need to go for ClickView, or do I need to go for Tableau or Spotify? How I can take these type of decisions means, it's not as a developer you did not to take these decisions. For you, someone is there who is taking such decisions, and the finally project coming to your hand. But before that, we have to analyze all these end-to-end things. Who is a competitor? How much client is investing? Does it make sense in taking this project or not? If yes, how much team size I have to explore? Okay. So to answer these questions, That is the role of mine, and that's the reason I'm in depth exploring lot on the different tools. That is the reason, that's the benefit you are going to get out of our training. So whatever my exposure is there, time to time I will explain. So let's create a new project. How to create a new project? We will take a questions after this example.
Yeah. Okay.
Open the clip view. Open the clip view. This is the clip view application. And to create a new project, let simple new, click on new. Close it. Okay, this is the designer area. If you want to go to script area, what you have to do? File, edit script. This is the scripting area where we will do the ETL activities. Now you are seeing on the screen, this is the scripting area. Now let's save the project. Let's name like sales report. Sales report demo. Okay. Now what is my requirement? I want to load some data. So let us see. Let us take an example of loading a data from Excel. So how simple the loading the data from any data source, XML, Excel, CSV, comma separated, or databases like Oracle, SQL Server, MySQL, or any Salesforce or anything. It's a very, very simple thing, connectivity. It's not, this technology is not spending time on exploring like how to connect and all. It's very simple stuff. Let's take in a scenario. Let me take some file like set analysis data. This is one of the file which we have created. Let us see the data in this file. The data in this file is country wise, country, year, category, product, sales, quarter, salesman, customer, like this data. And I want to analyze this. I want to take this data and I want to analyze like in India, what is the total sales? In year 2010, what is my total sales? I want to compare the 2010 and 2012 sales. I want to see the category by sales, quarter by sales, salesman, who are the top 3 performers? What is the customer, which customer is spending more money on which category of product? So these type of questions, if you want to make out of this simple data, if the data is huge, you cannot make every answer with that simply seeing the data. For that, we need some tool. Let's create the BI tool of ClickView as coming into picture. Now see how fast we can develop. Let's see the time. It's 8:49 minutes, and I'm starting my project. Load the data from, first step is loading the data from ClickView. Click on the tables file option and search for the file set data analysis. Set data analysis, and that's it. See, this is the data loaded. It is telling, I will tell the complete result how it is came and all. This is telling file type is Excel. From Excel, there are many sheets in the Excel. I want a product sheets only. I want to embed the data. What do you mean by embed? Means the first row should be my columns in the Excel should be a label. So I'm telling here. I will tell every step. So now I have loaded the data. See, the query you have not written anything. It's automatically written for you. So simply click on the reload button. Data will load into ClickView. Control T for table data model to view. Preview the data. This is the data available. This data has loaded into ClickView. First step of loading the data has done. Now second step is what? Showing on the screens. That is designer role. First step is ETL role. That is developer role. Now list box. What I want to see? I want to see category. Show the category here. Next, what I want? I want to see list box with the year wise also. I want to see country wise sales. Country wise. Okay, show the country here. Now see, within how many minutes I am spending? Country wise, year wise. What I want next? One more list box. List box is used to give the unique values on the screen. Suppose I want years also. Year. Select the list and click OK. Now year is coming like in this way. I don't want in this way. Some different visualization I want to do. So what I will do is in the presentation layer I will tell single row and I will click apply. Now if you see, next is quarters. I will explain each and everything in detail in the sessions. Just to see the how easily we are building it. I'm building a charts. Now you see how I can build a chart. What I want, get year-wise sales. First point is year-wise sales. Year-wise sales, sum of sales. Sum of sales. Now I want to view this as a multicolor chart. This is not looking so awesome. So implement a colors, multicolor, apply. Now you can see if multicolor chart is generated for you. I want to give some 3D look, suppose. So I can go for style and I can implement like this type of look. I want to see the chart is looking nice, but the thing is data is not showing on the bars. Simply right click, go to expressions and show the values on bars. And you want to see in the top of this also, suppose, as a pop-up. Then you can implement, see on the bars it is showing. I want to see one more thing, like I want to see category quarter-wise sales. I want to see in a one more format, that is pie chart. Suppose I want to see quarter-wise sales. I will explain each and every step in each and every property here. So just I want to focus like how fast we can develop. I want to show my company's logo, my BISP logo I want to show. So use text object. My company logo. The training you are getting right now from BSP, we are just giving the BSP logo here, or you can put anywhere the logo. I want to give some sort of search functionality when because if there is a huge list process and all, it's difficult to find out the search. So let's give a search functionality here, search object. So what is use of search object and all I will explain. I want to show the current selections. What is the use of current selections? I will explain once I done this chart. Current selections. Country wise. I want to change this chart to something else as a line chart, suppose. So I will go with one line chart also. Now, what do you mean by basically a dashboard? Like when you are driving a bike or car, you will see what is my speed right now I'm driving, or what is my what's the fuel in your bike. Those all details will be there in your uh, meters. The same thing we can display here also. Same way, so that is called as dashboard, where in a single glance, you can make out of the look and feel that what is happening currently. Right click, new list box, and what else I want to show? Category wise, product wise, quarter wise, salesman wise. I want to see salesman also here, ABC salesman. Now see, now this is the dashboard is ready. Now if you see, I want to analyze any technology currently in the market, MSB, SAP, any technology you take. How many technologies are there which are helping you to, like, directly on the chart I can select and it will analyze as per the selection. What I mean is, suppose you have like 2010, 2011, 2014, and 2015. I want to analyze only 2014 and 15. I will not select anywhere. Directly on the chart I will select like this and I will see. Everything is getting refreshed as per 2012. And my selection, current selection area is showing me I have selected 2014 and 2015. See, automatically selection is coming. Suppose I want to do clear, I will use a clear button. Suppose I want to use India. In India, what is my sales? Select the India. These are the India sales. In 2010, India sales this much, 11 this much, 12 this much, 13 this much. In the quarter one, what is my sales? In the quarter one, this much sales. This is my sales in quarter one. If you go here, you can see the difference. The animation styles also, slowly it is increasing. See, in quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, what are my sales? In the line chart, see, you can explore like what is the trend of my sales are going on. You can explore here. Suppose I want to analyze only this 11 and 13. Just select 11 and 13. Everything is going to refresh. So this is the associative model which is helping you in the backend technology of the ClickView, and ClickView only the technology which have an associative model concept. It is helping you to refresh whole data. Now you see, in India, in seafood category, in dairy food products category, what is my sales? See, in seafood and dairy food, this is my sales. In the quarter, this is my benefits. In the 2011, suppose I am interested in 2010, suppose 2010 this much. Simply drag 2010-11, you can see 2010-11 what is my sales. All this we can explore. So in this way, in a simple time, you are generating a dashboard. See, my selections are so easy. See, salesman of A and B. I want to analyze A and B sales. Now, what is exactly ClickView is on top of other technologies? How exactly it is better means very simple point. In any other technologies, there is a concept called as first you have to select country. Based on country, you have to select salesman. Based on salesman, you have to select a state. Like this, some rule will be there. Top to bottom approach. That is not available in the ClickView. You can click anywhere and you can see the data refreshing associatively. Respectively, it will associate. So this is what the use of ClickView. Now, if you select India, Canada, I am seeing these are the things. If I select India, these are the things available. If I select this product, these are the things available. Like this, we can make the selections and we can visualize the dashboards. Is it clear? How easily we can build a dashboards and how we can analyze the details. Hello? Hello? Yeah, Yashwant, Prashant, and who else?
Yeah, Jayesh here.
Yeah, please, Jayesh.
But there is no concept like drill down and drill up approach.
Drill down and drill through all approaches we can do. Whatever the drill through approach, right?
Or suppose in the bar chart in the 2010, if you click on 2010, it should show me the quarters. Quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, quarter.
Yes,
Can
it is showing, right? It is showing. If you see here, if I
Can
just
you
select
go
2010,
little slow? Yeah.
if you select 2010, it is showing 2010. In 2010, what are the things are there? Quarter 1 and quarter 2.
Okay, it is showing in the second chart,
Right.
pie chart.
See, 2011, if you go, in 2011 selections, it will show as per that, like this.
Okay. So these are correlated. This bar chart and pie chart are correlated. When you do selection something in the bar chart, it will reflect in your pie chart.
If you want this bar, instead of bar chart, if you want to see the pie chart, suppose, you can change that look and feel whatever you are expecting. Like I am selecting bar chart.
How we are associating these two things? Is
Because
there
of
any relation?
because of
Relation?
because of the internal technology of associative model. That's what it is, not there in any technology. If you want to build the same thing in another technology, you have to spend months and months.
Okay. So can we export this into PDF or CSV format?
Yes. Once you deploy onto server, you can export these things into any of the formats.
Yeah, if some of my user wants this report into PDF format in his mail,
yes,
so we can do that.
Yes,
Okay.
we can do it.
Excel is also supported.
Everything is, see, if you see here, I want to export this sheet into Excel. I want to export the values only, suppose. So export the sheet values to Excel. Okay.
What types of filters are available over here?
The filters are within your hand. You are building a filters. If you see, now we have built a filter like country filter, category filter, salesman filter. I can filter the database on country wise or salesman wise or India wise, like this. You can build other country wise or quarter wise. So you can build your own filters.
Okay, and what types of prompts are available?
See, prompts means end user want to type, you mean?
Yeah, means which value prompt is available, or checkbox prompt?
No. See, value prompt. You are from which technology background?
I am from Cognos.
Cognos, okay. See, what is value prompt means what? End user have to enter something, right?
Yeah, correct. It will fetch the value from the database, and whatever country I need to select, India, Australia.
That's what Cognos, SSRS, these all came from the traditional technology. This is the old concepts. Now it is, what is the problem with the value prompt? End user can type anything, right? First point. Value prompt problems I will tell. And there is a chance that end user may not remember, like countries are there, list of products are there. How end user will remember a list of product names everywhere? It cannot be possible. To resolve this problem only, drop-down concept came into picture, correct? Our checkboxes, why the checkboxes came into picture? The reason is multi-selections. So all these questions to answer is present in different way here. Okay. Now see, selections, multi-selections. That is nothing but
multi-selection is also possible. Okay.
Yeah. If you want to give your traditional way of look and feel, you will give traditional way of look and feel, like checkboxes. You want the checkboxes concept, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
It's
we can do it. Okay.
We can do it. But internally it's for only for the users who are habituated to see checkboxes. For them we are giving checkboxes. Suppose you want to see LED style of buttons. It's not like checkbox. Okay. LED button on and off, color changing.
Okay, color.
Okay. Suppose you want to give classic style of checkboxes. LED and checkbox, both design at a time. So now see, a checkbox also came at the same time. Colors are LED button type of buttons also came.
Okay.
Okay.
So how many charts are there? Chart types are there? It is supported.
No, just if you right click, here the charts are there. You can see in the general, if you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, around 9, I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 charts are there. And if you go to individual charts, again,
most of the scenarios, which chart we will use in
Bar
our
chart.
business scenario?
Very simple thing.
Bar chart
As
and pie chart.
bars, line, and pie chart. As an end user, how many? See, in your career, maybe you have gone through. Which is a chart I have to pick. It's based on your intelligence and your requirements. Correct.
Yeah,
If
correct.
if it is 1,000 points I want to show on the screen, can I show 1,000 bars on my screen? I cannot. Right? So, intelligent way we have to build the solutions basically, which I have to go. That you will get based on the experience.
Hello.
Hello, yes, please.
Yes, hi, this is Shubh. Actually, I think few times back you mentioned that something like, let's say I have country. Currently, I have a selection called country. Let's say under country, I will have another selection called state. Okay. Then let's say whenever I select Canada, then only the state of Canada should come. But then from that, whatever that is not over here.
Yeah. So see, let us explore that way. Suppose under Canada we have a let's take a region. Region is Asia, European, like this different. And if you select a region India, European region or Asian region, if I select Asian region, then the countries of Asians will come: India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, like this. And if I select India, then only India cities will come. Correct? And if I select India cities like Delhi, in the Delhi zone, those lists will come. In our traditional technology like Cognos, MSBI, or any other technologies, RSAP. But here in the QQ, because of associative model, you need not to go with all the top to bottom chain. You can directly see the salesman list available on the screen. If I select the salesman B, then automatically it will make sure that B is from which city? He is from Delhi. Delhi is from which country? From India. India is from which state? Asia. So automatic selections is going to happen randomly for you. So you need not, that association is ClickView is taking care.
Okay.
Are you getting? Till now, in whatever the technologies we have followed in the traditional technologies, there is a top to bottom approach. You have to drill inside, and then. Now you can click anywhere. Your data is going to refresh as per your need. That's what the plus point of and that is called as AQL, Associative Query Language. It is a patent logic from ClickView. ClickView have its own rights on this logic. On the basis of that logic, it has came into market.
Okay, great. And let's say whatever map you have, apart from that, let's say I want to import something, some map defined by me, and then can I do like that? Let's say I have somewhere we have geographical map, like each area wise a map is there. Such type of map is over here available.
Map? You mean mapping tool?
Yes, means here you shown pie chart, bar chart, those things, na?
Yeah.
So I think that is
going for the geo side basically. Yeah,
correct.
We can do it. In our curriculum, we are covering that one.
Okay, we can do that also.
Yeah, we can do that. If in the ClickView, in the fast track, if I want to show, I can show. So it already we have crossed the 10 minutes. So I don't want to take more time on these things. But anyway, just to show that, let me show if anything is ready-made I have available. I can show. Okay. Yeah. Now you can see the map extensions. See, in this way, charts and all you can show.
Okay. And here we can connect to any database, correct?
You see, very fundamental thing is connect to any database. Answer will be correct only and only if the company for which we are connecting, that should have provided provider. Okay, that means how to connect, they have to reveal to outside world also, right?
Yes.
That's what that is a communication language. If I am talking to you, you should tell me that I know the English language. Then only I can talk to you, right? That's what happening
Yes.
whatever the SAP is there, or what is Teradata is there, whatever the database application tools are there, those all tools are providing a provider, because ClickView is leading a BI tool in a market. So obviously everyone want to support this BI tool, right? So that they can also take a benefit of the fame. The people who
Yes.
are otherwise, what is going to happen? If they are not providing this integration, then because the fast development and all, people will started migrating from their database to the database which are supporting these tools. So in the competition, definitely we have to come up with these ideas. So that's the reason. But most of databases you can directly connect, not an idea, not any problem.
Okay. Okay, let's say whatever Excel sheet you connected over here now, let's say that is dynamic, and there is, if whenever there is any data change in that Excel, is it going to reflect over here at that dashboard level automatically?
Yes, that is called as incremental load. If that is not going to happen, the BI tool will going to collapse. Simple thing, correct?
Yes.
Yes or no? Because there is no use
Yes.
of your business. You are analyzing a business. Suppose you are millions and millions of dollars you have spent, and do you want to only use the tool for one time? Not at all. I want to reuse the tool. Like this month, it should give me last month's sales and all. Next month when I go, I have to analyze the details. So that means my data should refresh, right? So that is called as incremental load. We are going to cover that also. Live example we are going to cover. I will show directly live, showing that what is a database right now, showing the data, and slowly I will introduce one new month or new data in the particular month, or new products I am going to introduce, and I will show how ClickView is going to act on this new data, how it is going to refresh the dashboards. That will be a live example for you people. And that concept I am covering in an incremental load. You can see in the table of contents also, we are showing like an incremental load here.
And I think in the LinkedIn, whatever image was there, something mentioned called plus R. So is it like R language or different?
See, plus R language is not for us basically. It's not related to
Okay.
ClickView.
Okay.
And,
Then that is for that it's a different course, R language.
Yeah, R is a completely different. That's a separate thing. It's we need not to worry about R language or not. Like
No, actually
when you are
in
talking
that
about
script I have seen R na, so I think might be in this demo you will explain what is R language.
R won't be there here, because the way SSIS is there. SSIS for ETL, correct? Informatica is there for ETL. For
Yes.
does I am telling I will cover ETL, but do I covering Informatica and SSIS also? I will not cover. The
No.
reason is we are learning a new tool.
Yeah, correct.
So R is also one of the language for writing scripts and all. That's a completely different thing.
And here what is the language you are using for the scripting?
It's a ClickView language. ClickView inbuilt functions we are going to use, and you need not to worry about that, because we are taking the help of ClickView Wizard. If you have seen in my demo example also, I was not written any single line, right? I have used the
But
Wizard.
let's say for some complex logic, can we write by ourselves?
Yes, that I am going to explain. If you see here,
Okay.
in our training program, we have given like cross table, generating data in a script functions, what is a mapping, how data corrections we are going to do. All this we are going to learn. Scripting part we are spending more than 2 weeks. Why? Because these all things you are going to learn. It's not like loading the data from multiple sources. You are going to learn within a 1 class or 2 class maximum. Loading data from Excel, CSV, comma separated, hash file, XML file, then different data files, plus loading data from SQL Server. How to configure the databases, how to extract data from Oracle. Like this, we are going to explore. I will tell the steps of how to get the data. See, these all things extracting hardly will learn in 2 days. Extracting is not a challenge. After the extraction, how to convert my data as per my business needs. What is a concatenation? How the behaviors will be there in ClickView? How we are going to change the behaviors? Those parts you are going to learn a lot. Loading a data is not a typical thing. A wizard is helping you to do it.
Okay.
Oh.
Thank you.
Any questions? Thank you. Any more questions?